Hello, Dr. Fortem here, and we are continuing our CMCloud hosting series, this new platform that provides different services. And today we are going to test the AI launch from a business idea to online in a matter of minutes. All right, so I will start by clicking going to AiLaunch. Now to try the AI tool, you either need to create an account or log in. So I will log in because I already created an account. I'll log into my account. And well, I have to admit something to you guys. I have been playing with this thing, so I've created um, a few sites already from the prompt. And by the way, all the sites that you create will be saved and you can always come back to each of them. And once you've created, you can always look at the full website, how it looks like. Look at that, how stunning it is. This is for an NGO. And yeah, if you have your NGO, this could be something worth looking at. And by the way, guys, this link, you cannot share this link because this is unique to your account. And by the way, you can also make changes directly to any website generated. I think this one was for a clinic. If we again um, click at the full website, we can see, look at that, how stunning it is. Let's try to make a change. Let's say change the book now button. Let's say we don't like the color to green, for example, and we apply the changes. Let's see how what's gonna happen. And voila, look how fast that was. So you can basically chat with your websites and make the changes. Now remember, you have free credits and you can always add credits if your credits finish. I've been playing with it, so I've been able to add credits, and they have credits up to like 100, $1, $2, and the like. Okay, so now let's test it by generating something new. Let's say you have a business idea, so you just come to start new website. You have a business idea. Again, like I said, I've been playing with this thing, so I want to create an app or website for auto organizing emails, files, and documents. Uh, People will supply their email and supply their emails, and the application will help them manage. Now, remember with AI, the more information you provide, um, the quickest or the easier it will get you close to what you want to generate. So this is a prompt that I gave. Now, again, you would want to provide more information. Again, we are just testing to see what is going to generate for us. So I'll click on generate and we will see what it produces. Now, because it will take between 4 to 5 minutes, I will pause here and return once it has generated. Et voila! This generation is complete. Yes, for this side, again, like I mentioned, it depends on the prompt. So it could take between 5 and 10 minutes, maybe a little bit more, depending on how your prompt looks like. So let's look at our generated websites. Oh my goodness, how beautiful is that? So you have our auto organizer and it shows you the different things. The template has been created for you with different pages. So we have here futures, you have pricing, you have a pricing page, you have an about page, and you have a contact us page. Now, how does this become useful? How can you use it? Obviously, if you want to make changes, you can come here and, chat the changes. But remember, you use credits. One way of editing the website, you can do that from here, or you can basically choose the recommended version here. I've deployed already one, and this is what we're going to do in our next video. But you could choose, for example, say manage WordPress, and this template will be deployed directly into WordPress, and your website will be live. But before, you would need to have a domain name. So if I choose, for example, manage WordPress to deploy my app, you can again choose your currency. So you have a currency switcher at the top where you can choose AF. If you're in Africa, mainly Central African countries, they use mobile money and orange payments, or you can pay in euro. The moment I click euro, you see the prices also change um, to euro. Same for US dollar. So let's go back to our selected currency, and depending on what you want. So if you want multiple websites, you see the features here for each. But for the sake of this demo, we are just going to go with the WordPress startup. Again, like I mentioned here, you have to choose your billing country. So let's say we are doing this from Cote d'Ivoire, for example. We apply, and if you're doing this from Cote d'Ivoire, you have 0%, 0% in taxes to pay. Now you can pay monthly or you can pay annually. Now, before you can order your service, you need to have a domain, and this is what I was talking about earlier. So if you don't have a domain, you can use a domain if you have one, or you can transfer if your domain is hosted somewhere else. But you can also get a domain directly from the platform. And right here, this button says open the domain tools. Now here you can search for your domain. Let's say you wanted a test domain, you wanted to call it testdomain.cm, or you just say test domain and then you say search. It's going to search through the domains and give you the different options. So you have testdomain.com at 7,500 ZAF. Look at that. So really, really, really cheap. So you have multiple domain names you can choose from. Or if you don't know, if you haven't yet, you don't know which domain you want to choose, you can use the generate domain ideas. They have one. So here you would basically type your business. I want to create an app that auto organizes emails, files, and folders, for example. So if I just enter that prompt and I say generate ideas, so I will let's see how long that takes. I'll probably just pause here and return when it's done. And that was quick. So you see the different domains that were generated. So we have tidyflow.app, saltly.io, nestiq.app, clutterfree.app, filenest.com. So there are many other, and it gives you a score. It gives you a readability score. Here is 90 on 100. Here is 92. So it ranks them in terms of depending on their readability score. And by the way, you can basically choose if any of the domains that you want. You could choose in one of your saved drafts for AiLaunch, and it would immediately use that domain in checkout. So once you have a domain, you can then use this domain in to deploy with your template. So I already have a domain. So if I go to domains, for example, yeah, I need to sign back in. If I go to domains, you see I already have a domain, autoorganizer.com, that I bought long ago, and this domain already has everything DNS and mail services. So I will use this domain to deploy my template. So this template that I created, I'm going to use that domain to deploy my template. And this is what we are going to do in the next video. So you don't want to miss the next video where we now take this template, deploy into WordPress, and do all the modifications that we want. Now you can also modify the site here, but again, that's going to cost you credits. If you want to use your credit, that is of course a choice, but you can just install that into WordPress, put in your domain, and your website is live. All right. So see you in the next video where we deploy this template into WordPress.